والله لا أرتسنينم تكمي واندغمان ترهينم
والله لا تسنيم تكني وندغما ترهينم
إيجاديكو التقيمم
إيجابيكو تقييمم
تفلم داتا أواديجا
تفلم داتا وديجا
My name is Billy Murphy and I make pottery or ceramic vessels down here in the Blackstaff mill. This was an old linen mill from about the 1800s. It only closed about the 1970s and a lot of local people worked in it. It's not my space exclusively, it's kind of a loose collective of jewellery makers, musicians and artists. It's a great space, plenty of light, good big windows, good high ceilings, so it's perfect for what we're doing here. I've always been interested in art. I've always drawn, I've always painted, I've always done something constructive with my hands, really. I suppose pottery was a sort of a natural follow-on, you know. I mean, it's something that interested me. I never ever got the chance until a few years ago to decide to do it. The process usually starts off with sketches and, you know, loads of them. I mean, a prolific sketcher, you know, I mean, the design can start off sort of one shape and end up another shape, and the ideas come from absolutely everywhere. I do most of my sketching probably at home. If I'm travelling, I always take a sketchbook with me. I do a lot of it here, but most of it we've done at home. My stuff's quite simple. It's simple forms. I'm not really into elaborate shapes. Most of that's quite sort of geometrical, and it kind of comes from my own background in construction, sort of. So everything was fairly precise. And most of my stuff's either it's hand built. It's not done on a wheel. I don't use a wheel. It's slabs, which are just basically self-explanatory. You roll them out and like a bit of pastry, and cut out the shape with templates, and it's sort of glued together with slip and moved about until you get the shape of fancy, and then it's let to sit for a bit and trimmed up, and embellishments, handles, whatever I want to put on afterwards. The style or the design is actually to suit the pot, really. I mean, if I have an elongated shaped pot, I have to sort of work within those constraints. Or if it's squat and dumpy, circular things kind of work in. There's various different ways to paint it and decorate it. Some people say it's a bit sharp and clean and clinical, but I kind of like that. Firing takes on a couple of processes, really. It's not, you just don't stick it in a kiln and that's it. The clay has to be really dry before you can put it into the kiln. Otherwise it could explode, you know what I mean? It's the moisture, it's driving out the moisture. Basically what you do is you fire it first, what's known as biscuit firing, and you fire it kind of a bit lower, maybe 1,000 degrees. And that drives off all the moisture and all the organic stuff out of it and leaves it a bit pure. So it's not a simple, straightforward one fire process. It could take 2 or 3 firings. For a start, it's very therapeutic. I mean, I lose myself here for hours, days sometimes. When you make a nice one, you really think, yeah, I've nailed it there, you know, sort of. So I get a great deal of pleasure from it.